Believe it or not, this room right here was actually never meant to be an office. This is our brand new Clayton manufactured home. And the default design for this room was just a plain closet. Nothing special, nothing fancy. But once we saw it in person, we realized it had the potential to make the perfect home office space. It's about 6 feet wide, 15 feet long, and as you're about to see, is the perfect size for my needs. This is also my very first time having a place inside the home I can call my own and be a dedicated workspace. So I wanted to do it right. Back when we were in the planning stages of our new home, we spent time with our builder to convert this closet into a usable space. We added extra outlets, a proper ceiling fan box, HVAC vents in return, and all of that stuff so that the room would be usable and comfortable no matter the season. As you can see behind me, this doesn't look like a closet at all. So come along as I take you through this complete home office build. The very first thing this room needed was light. There are no windows in here, which is part of my design. As you're seeing now, a part of this room's purpose is for video work, and that means controlling the light. No window means my room does not change day or night, and that's helpful for my work. I know it's not everyone's cup of tea, but it works for me, and I'm the one in here all the time. I went with a simple black ceiling fan with a built-in LED light and remote. Being able to adjust brightness and fan speed from the desk is something I use all the time. I'll have it lighter or darker in here based upon the work I'm doing. This fan is super quiet, low profile, and doesn't draw attention to itself, which is exactly what I wanted. Next up for the office is paint, and this completely changed how the room feels. I went with 2 colors to add a little depth without making the room too busy. I usually lean toward blues, but for this space, I decided to go with the gray two-tone, and once the paint was on the walls, I knew it was the right choice. It feels calm, neutral, and makes the room feel more intentional instead of just functional. Making the end walls dark gray also gives interest and helps make the space feel more luxurious. Overall, this took 2 full gallons of paint, one for the light gray and one for the dark gray. Alright, now let's slow things down a bit and talk about the desk furniture itself. This part of the build is sponsored by Vernal. They sit over the standing desk along with several accessories that I use to build out this home office. This desk has a black frame and a walnut top. The size I went with is 71 inches wide by 30 inches deep, and this large desk gives me enough room to run dual monitors, speakers, camera gear, notepads, and other projects all at the same time without feeling cramped. Vernal offers desks in multiple sizes and different finish options, so you can choose something that actually fits your space and shows off your style. One thing that genuinely surprised me is the walnut finish of the furniture. It looks and feels very natural. It doesn't look cheap and it doesn't look fake. Plus, it works really well with a darker metal frame. Assembly was also a lot smoother than I expected. All of the accessories come with pre-installed nuts and hardware already in place, so you're not fighting tiny parts or trying to line everything up blind. It made the whole build much more straightforward and honestly a lot less frustrating. I added the integrated drawer-style keyboard tray to my order as well. It can hold a full-size keyboard, but right now I'm using it more like a drawer. It's perfect for storing smaller items like tools, adapters, and other things I want close by, but not sitting on top of my desk. If I ever want to switch back to using it as a keyboard tray, it's already there and ready to go. For the monitors, I'm using the dual monitor arm that clamps directly to the desk. It frees up a lot of surface space and makes it easy to dial in monitor height whether I'm sitting or standing. The other furniture piece that really shows in this setup is the tall side cabinet. It's extremely sturdy and strong enough that I have no problems sitting my Bamboo Lab P2S 3D printer right on top of it. Underneath, I've got 3 enclosed drawers plus shelving for filament, tools, and other accessories. Although I'm not using it in this capacity, the bottom drawer also works as a hanging file folder cabinet drawer, and it has a lock included. The desk itself is very stable, even at full standing height. I also really like the control keypad design. It sits tucked right under the edge of the desk, so I shouldn't accidentally hit it with my leg or a chair, and it's there when I need it. It has 3 customizable preset heights, built-in anti-collision protection, and even a child lock feature, which is great if you've got kids around or sensitive equipment nearby that you don't want to hit. Cable management is also a breeze with the included cable trays you get with the desk. They make a big difference in a smaller room like this, where clean lines and cables being out of the way really matter. This desk is also built strong and can lift around 350 pounds. So whether it's monitors, cameras, printers, or just a lot of gear, it can lift almost anything you would put on top of a desk. If you're looking for a standing desk setup like this, pricing starts at only $429. And if you use the link below and our discount code, you'll get an extra 6% off your order. Overall, this desk has been a great fit for how I actually work. It's solid, versatile, and exactly what I wanted for my first real home office setup, and I'm really happy that Vernal reached out. Even with the ceiling fan light installed, I still wanted to add more lighting. This goes back to what I said earlier about controlling the light. Sometimes I want this place as bright as the sun, but other times I want mood or artistic lighting. I added a full color smart light that lets me go from pure white light to vibrant color tones whenever I want. Another cool feature with this light is that it fully integrates into our home automation system, which I've been building out on the side. Let me know in a comment below if you are interested in DIY home automation stuff. It's a rabbit trail I've been going down for a while, and if you're interested, I'll happily share some things that I've learned and some real-life applications in our new house. The rug in my office was actually found way back when we were rug shopping for other rooms in our home, so it actually predates any other decision in this room, especially paint. We found it at a closeout store, and it was just too good of a deal to pass up. It's about 5 feet by 7 feet, super soft to walk on, but not too fluffy that my office chair can't roll on top of it with ease. It also ended up influencing the color direction for the room with the gray colors in the rug. Another reason I picked this is that the red and orange colors in the rug match the existing office chair that I have, which is also orange, so it kind of helped tie things together, and it made it look like the chair was always part of the design. I guess this is proof that sometimes one small find can set the tone for everything else. Music has always been important to me. I grew up in a very musical home, and it's amazing what the right music can do for your mood. Since this is the first time I've had an office where I don't need headphones all the time, I decided to splurge a little bit. These desk speakers were recommended to me by a friend who knows audio really well. They're relatively compact, but still have great range and a solid low end. They get loud when I want them to, but they also sound really good at low volumes. They're more than I really need, but fun to have, and the boys and I love to really crank up the volume to 11 whenever Angela's out shopping and we're here at home just getting into our own mischievous deeds. In addition to the LED light bar, I also wanted some lighting in here that felt more artsy. I remember I had a couple of LED light kits sitting in the workshop, so I found a wall sconce design from the website Maker World, and in just a little time I printed, assembled, and mounted them to the wall using command strips. I chose command strips because I'm able to easily remove them, change them, and just get rid of them if I want without ever damaging the drywall or paint. These lights are a small detail, but they really add a lot of character to the room and some lighting as well. Power management is something you don't usually think about until you need it. Between cameras, lights, chargers, and random gear, it can really add up fast. So what I did was add a clamp-on outlet unit that actually sits right on top of the desk. It gives me extra outlets and USB ports right where I need them, and it's perfect for temporary setups, charging devices, or just giving me extra power right on top of the desk without damaging the desk. I was made in the 80s, so that means I had a lava lamp growing up as a kid. For Christmas this year, I decided to share the nostalgia and get our boys their very first lava lamps for their new bedrooms. Well, naturally, this meant I also needed one, and so here it is. It serves no real purpose, but it makes me smile, remember the simpler times in life, and honestly, that's a good thing to do every now and then. The first layout I had for the desk was having my PC sit right on top to the right of my keyboard, but it didn't take me very long to realize how much space was being eaten up just by the computer sitting there. So I got online and bought a clamp style PC holder which attaches to the leg of the desk without hindering the electric lift for the sit and stand function. It keeps the computer up off the floor so it stays cleaner inside. It improves the airflow for cooling and frees up a lot of space on the desk. Once the big items were placed, I turned my attention to the walls. I installed Sconces wall panels from IKEA that let me hang tools, accessories, storage bins, and all sorts of other things without putting holes everywhere in the walls. They're stylish, sturdy, and a ton of accessories can be found online for 3D printing for some amazing customizations. Over here behind me, I have 2 of them installed vertically, attached to the wall studs, so there's plenty of support for weight, and I have a lot of 3D printing spool holders down at the bottom, and my drill mounted there as well. It's kind of still in the infant stage as far as what I'll do with it, but at least the underlying structure is there with the 2 panels, and it's easy to change the layout as I need as well. Since this is my room and I am the resident tech guy, this room also has become the storage of anything cable, tech, or random related gear. To help with storage, I picked up 2 tall shelving units from Amazon to put them on the left and the right side of my desk. This gives me a lot of vertical storage without taking up too much floor space. I also added some small totes from Home Depot to keep them clean looking, but also try and organize all the random stuff that has to be stored in here. I like their tall heights and the presence they add to the space. We have taller walls in the home. We have 9-foot ceiling heights, so these shelves being a little over 6 feet tall help to add some visual, height to things in here and really make the space look better. The wall behind my desk chair was a total blank slate. I wanted to address this, but also needed to deal with echo for when I record videos in here. I also didn't have a lot of room as far as depth to put shelving units or something that would protrude from the wall, since that's where my desk chair can get pushed back, and as I go from one end of the office to the other, I just didn't want to cause problems for myself moving around. I found some low-profile hexagonal acoustic tiles from Amazon and picked out a set of black and white. I laid them out using a laser level and in a random pattern that felt balanced without being too symmetrical. These are peel and stick adhesive tiles, but I decided to attach them to the wall using command strips so that I didn't damage the drywall in the event I want to change them, move them around, or anything else. These tiles add texture to the wall, improve how the room sounds, and look really cool at the same time. So that's what I call a win-win-win. The last blank wall needed something too, so I added more Sconces panels from IKEA over here. I centered them on the wall and attached them to the wall studs just like the other panels so they could be very strong, sturdy, and secure no matter what I decided to put on them. These panels then quickly became the home of some of my camera gear. They're also helping to hold the lights, camera monitor, teleprompter, and other tech gear that I'm using to record this video right now, and that's super cool. And just like that, the office is done. What started as a simple closet, an empty cave of a room, is now a super fancy room for me to work in, hang out in, and a place that I really enjoy spending time in. So what I want to do next is give you guys a quick tour and really show you how everything has come together and give you a better sense of this space. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed watching this room take shape as much as I have enjoyed building it over the last couple of months. If you've got any questions or want more details on anything you saw, be sure and leave me a comment down below. And if you're enjoying these kind of room projects, be sure to let me know as well. Having just moved into our new home, we have a lot of blank slates and other room ideas that we would like to share with you guys if you're interested. Thanks again to Vernal for sponsoring this video by hooking me up with the desk and the cabinet. And don't forget, there's a link below, and you can also use our discount code to save an extra 6% if you do order from them. Otherwise, thanks for watching, take care as always, and we'll see you guys next time.